Hi, everyone. My name is Will, aka Dr. Financial Literacy. Today I'm bringing you another part three in my journey to closing my HELOC. I recently closed the HELOC on April the 9th, 2024, and just wanted to share this real world experience with you. And so I'm gonna go through a couple of sections of this HELOC as I went through the previous ones. So the first section that we're going to look at is supplemental closing instructions. And supplemental closing instructions basically were documents that were assigned to the notary. When the notary came to my home to sign the documents, I signed off on a document and I had to have one witness there, which also included the notary. It just talks about the cover page, the HELOC rider, compliance agreement, temporary coupon, privacy policy. So it just talks about all the policies and instructions that the notary had to have in closing this HELOC and getting it back to the lenders. All right. The second one is general closing instructions. These were again the documents that the notary had to have executed at my home in order for this to be accepted by the lender as complete. Once we did the documents on the 9th, then the notary had 24 hours to upload it to the company. The company, I think, is based out of New York, and this is the information that they needed to have: the name, my borrower, my address, the date, and the loan number. Rescission. One of the definitions of rescission in here is a matter of, okay, if I wanted to get out of the contract, or if they wanted to get out of the contract, that gave us a number of days to get out of the issues. Note to a borrower, let's see, interest. It talked about having a survey of the property. The survey must be complete in customary form, legal description, lot size. I had to provide hazardous insurance or homeowners insurance on the property that they were placing the HELOC on, and then get that information to the closing company in general. Okay, so that was the general closing instructions. The next part of it was called or what I call is the HELOC agreement and disclosure statement. Within this section, it had a lot of information in general. One piece was the date. Two, the credit limit, $50,500. The minimum advance, $10. My first payment, 6/1/24. Loan number, have 3 periods of the HELOC. There's a draw period, which is 36 months. There's the hold period, which is 84 months. And then there's the repayment period, which is 240 months. It plans to mature 5/1/20. The billing cycle is monthly. The loan priority is second. So this is a loan, although it's called a home equity line of credit. It is a loan. It is a type of second mortgage. The percentage rate starts off at 10.25. It can go as high as 18. So I will be paying at the 18% rate. So there's no surprises. I already know in advance that the highest that it can go is 18. The lowest is 4%. No surprises here. This is still lower than all of the debt that it would help me to consolidate and eliminate. And the disclosure just talks about the credit limit, the account balance, the initial draw, the rate computation, how compute, adjustments, finance charges, where I will pay, refund fees. So this document goes on for about 7 pages. Tax consequences, negative amortization. So a lot of things in this second. This is the largest part of the second part, which is the disclosures. Okay. The fourth part, or what is called the fees and charges. So I obtained the HELOC of $50,500. Of this, the fees accounted for about 5% of the HELOC. It was about $23.60. There was a loan discount points. I paid for the loan, flood certification, fee settlement, credit report, totaling about $23.60. So those are the fees and charges section of this particular one. Now, the final one that I'm talking about is called the I think it's called the elongate and the elongate to the agreement. I looked up a definition on Instapedia. In real estate, an elongate, I think, is a document that is attached to a negotiable instrument, such as a bill or exchange or promissory note, to document an assignment of the instrument. Okay. So there are two sections of that. There's the elongate that just talked about the address, the loan executed by me, and then the corporation in it. Now, the elong by itself seems like pretty much the same thing on the second page. It has the loan number, the date, my name, the property address, the principal balance, and who will be paid to the order of. All right. So today, again, I just wanted to continue as I look at and go back and reread the parts of the HELOC that I just obtained on April the 9th, 2024, to try to inform my viewers and other people as they look to get a HELOC. I'll be using the HELOC to do what I call VAB, Velocity Accelerated Banking, and that is a combination of accelerated banking and also velocity banking. In coming to this process and in helping others, there's definitely some benefits that I see, pros and cons of both of them, and I wanted to bring them together. I also wanted to see both velocity banking and accelerated banking on the practical side in which I work and help with my clients, but also on the more theoretical academic side to see how has this been studied, how have people used it, who has actually used it, who's benefiting and who may not be benefiting from this particular product. I grew up in public housing, so I'm looking at power and inequality as I try to help individuals understand this on the personal level and also on the communal level. So that's why I started using what I term as VAB in trying to understand it at the 30,000 foot view and also at the practical level. So if you're interested in becoming a client and I can help work with you along the lines of velocity banking and also accelerated banking, I also do microloans to help individuals sometimes bridge the gap with these two concepts. Not everyone has the resources to initially start it in general, and also just share my experience. So if you're looking for any assistance or any help, please give me a call or email, and I'll see if I can work with you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.